My, oh my, are you all right, dear? I hope you don't mind me being so nosy, but I couldn't help but overhear you and your mother, even while indoors, with the houses so close and the walls so thin. It's truly a marvel when there's any privacy at all, and, well, utterly unsurprising when there isn't. It sounded truly nasty, though. I do hope you're okay. I can't imagine a mother being so cruel. I couldn't imagine talking to my Lulu like that, at least. But you don't want to listen to me now, do you? No, 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 no. You've already had such a rough day. Here, look. How about you come with me for a little while, huh? I was just in the middle of dinner, but it shouldn't be too hard for me to whip up a plate just for you. I still make my portions like I'm cooking for 6 instead of 1, bless. And I could use the extra mouth. Well, what are you waiting for? I'm right across the street. If your mother looks to apologize for her unseemly behavior, as she should, she doesn't have to go too far. I am going to do everything in my capabilities to prevent myself from doubling your troubles, of course, but I'm primarily here to take care of you, and nothing is going to stop me from doing that. Okay? See, was that so hard? Just a hop, skip, and a jump if you really think about it. Oh, I do hate asking you to do anything after I just invited you over, but do you mind if you grab your own silverware? I have dessert in the oven, and I'd hate for anything to burn too thoroughly. You should know which drawer. You've been over here half a dozen times before. I mean, with how often I see you, we might as well be family, right? And, I mean, God forbid we be friendly, right? In fact, I think the only reason we aren't friendlier is because of that mother of yours. Now, I'm sure she's a real sweetheart when you get to know her, and I would never dare you to speak ill of her. And I'd hope my own daughter would never do the same, but I just can't trust a woman as secretive as she tends to be. Well, maybe secretive is the wrong word. Secretive implies that she has something to hide, and, well, it'd be rude of me to launch such implications in her direction. She's private. That's better. Private is a fine thing to be, but damn it, maybe it's just my years showing, but back in my day, you used to be cordial with your fellow man, with your neighbor. But that mother of yours, why, she's as social as a feral cat with me, I swear. I do hope I don't just get you into more trouble based on the virtue of you being associated with me. I think I'd just die. Oh, onto a lighter topic. Eat up. You've been getting far too skinny lately. Trying to keep up with that girlish figure, or have you always been such a lean bean? Well, regardless, no one's going to bed hungry in my house. Not a guest, and never someone I consider family. No, sorry. Just us two tonight, I'm afraid. I've been keeping rather mum about it, but then again, I'm sure gossip from a doddering old woman like myself is hardly too interesting to a little filly like you. So I suppose it doesn't matter if I share it. Jackie left. She left a while ago, and I never really found out why. She just couldn't do it anymore. Not a very community-oriented woman, I suppose. Not made for family life like this. Lulu went with her as well. That was up to her to decide, and, well, bless her heart, I know she only made the choice she did because she was looking out for herself, and, quite frankly, I don't blame her for it. But I do wish I raised her better than that. Of course, at this point, I could just as easily say she gets it from Jackie, as do the rest of them. Ambitious, cunning, strong-willed, and stout with it. All the reasons I loved her, and yet all the reasons I couldn't hold on to her forever. When you're a lighthouse keeper, you can never really fall in love with a sailor. You'll be convinced that they love you for the longest time because they keep on coming back, and maybe they too will believe that's just as true, but they only love you for the stability you provide while they travel the world for deeper waters and leave you wanting on the shore. But oh, you don't want to hear about my problems, do you? You probably get that a lot at home. No. What problems are you having? Just what do you need? I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I find myself to be a very good listener. Do you want to talk about that fight you had with your mother? Rest assured, I'll be on your side 100% of the way. So anything you want to say, you have a safe space to do it here. Well, okay then. If you don't need anything right now, just let me know when you do. If you need some advice, or a warm hug, or something more utilitarian like food, or a place to stay, or cash, I'll always be happy to provide. It's what I do. It's what I live for. Speaking of food, you think by chance you could spare some room for dessert? I just don't know if I could eat all of this by myself, but the last thing I'd want for you is to make yourself sick on my behalf. Oh, no. It's no trouble at all. In fact, if anything, I'm grateful to you for listening to the quibbles of an old woman like me. I know you and Lulu were not that close, but I do miss her terribly, and, well, seeing you kicked to the curb like that, well, it just brought back a few too many unpleasant memories to just close my curtains and continue on with my day, if you can understand. I almost had the horrible thought just now that I wished you were close with Lulu, if only so I knew of someone else who missed her just as terribly as I, but that's a terrible thing to think, isn't it? To wish this hurt on you just to feel like you understood? Of course, there's a pain you can't imagine. All I hope for in this life now is to find something to dull this ache. You're going home? At this hour? After such a nasty fight? Why, dear, are you really sure it'll be all so easy? I mean, I'd hate to insinuate anything, but your mother was the one who threw you out to begin with. With the tantrum she seems to be throwing, I don't know if she'll let you back in. I mean, I suppose if you really trust that she's forgiven you for whatever slight she threw you out over to begin with, you can try to beg. See if she caves. I just know that I'd never, ever do something like that to my daughter, my heart of hearts. But I don't know if her heart is as gentle as mine. I just don't know if you'll be forgiven so easily. Well, of course. There is an alternative. You could just spend the night with me. I have spare bedrooms up to my ears, waiting for someone to fill them. Now, Lulu's room is the cleanest, so you might consider it the easiest to make yourself at home in, even if only for the night. And, as a bonus, if your mother isn't on the forgiving side tonight, She certainly will be in the morning. I can't imagine a parent who still claims to love their child not feeling any sort of guilt at the idea of leaving them outside all night, especially when it's so dangerous for a girl like you. She doesn't need to know everything, of course. If your mother is granted all the privacy she feels she deserves, you deserve the same kind of secrecy in spades. In fact, it can be our little secret, even. Now, come along, dear. Your room should be right around the corner. Lulu left one of her old nightshirts here if you'd rather sleep in one of those instead of your stomping clothes you've been wearing all day. But first, how about that slice of cake? If I made it right, it should at least be half as sweet as you. It's even vanilla flavored. Your favorite.